What is up, everybody? TechChucker here, and welcome to episode 21 of This Week in Dioramas. Now, if you're not familiar with how the show operates, every week I go through Instagram looking for the coolest looking dioramas, and I showcase them right here on the channel. Now, if you'd like to be showcased in a future episode, all you need to do is upload your diorama pictures to Instagram and tag them with the hashtag ThisWeekInDioramas. If you missed the announcement from yesterday's video, go check it out for all of the details. Throughout the rest of the year, I'm going to be giving a little more detail as we go along, but the short story of it all is we are going to have a grand champion vote from the Season 1 2019 This Week in Dioramas, and what it's going to be is all of the episode winners from the top 5 fan votes are going to be entered into this grand champion vote, and everyone will get the opportunity then to vote for their absolute favorite. It's going to be right around 30 entries. So whoever it is that wins will win the prize, which is being provided by Rhino Dioramas. Go check them out at rhinodioramas.com. Does lots of 3D printed items from wall builders to props and all sorts of stuff. So go check them out, rhinodioramas.com. They are going to be providing the prize for the winner, which is going to be an assortment of 3D printed items, which is pretty cool. But we are going to go ahead and reveal the winner of last week's episode. If you don't recall, it was between the Aladdin's Castle Arcade by Star Marvel 76, the Highway Tunnel by Kevin Kanth, the Batman vs. Superman Rooftop by Styrosmith Dio Arts, the Star Wars Display by C. Goosey, and the Alleyway by Creation B. All of these were amazing, but there could only be one winner, and the winner is the Star Wars Display by C. Goosey. So that means that C. Goosey now is entered into the Grand Champion vote coming at the end of the year. Make sure you stay tuned till the end of the episode where you'll find out my top 5 and you'll get your chance to vote for your favorite from this week's episode. We've got a lot to go through, so we're just going to jump right on into it with this very first one coming from RecoCH. He always does such amazing work. This is such a fantastic piece, very similar to some of the other pieces that we've seen him do. This is obviously a commissioned piece, 30.5 inches tall, pretty huge, 21 inches deep, foam board, all that good stuff. But just take a look at all of the details on this. I mean, this is just absolutely amazing. The detail work on here, he takes great pictures too, so it's really nice to be able to see all of the details on here. But look at this little fire escape that looks so good. The paint work on here, so amazing. But just look at all of the detailed pieces, the accents that are thrown throughout on here. Just so much amazing detail. The little green moss-like stuff on the sidewalk, all of it looks so very good. I love this sign with the light up neon, so cool. I mean, it's just wow. And then we start getting into these a little more artistic looking pictures with this lighting here. So good. I love it. I love the graffiti with the Joker. I mean, this is just absolutely amazing. And then these, oh my gosh, the pictures that you can take with this is absolutely amazing. This is such a cool piece. So thank you so much to RecoCH. This is such a great way to start the episode. And next are a couple of dumpsters coming from JDoor, please. I'm assuming this is 1/12 scale. It could be a little bit smaller. I love, look at that little rust that's coming down from the chain lock. That is cool. And then there's one more that I wanted to show here, which is this one. Slightly different color, but I really like the paintwork that you've got on here. Very nice work. I'm always a sucker for those dumpsters. This one coming from Laser Shot really looks cool. I love the way that this turned out. Your trees are looking very nice. There's little variations throughout with the paint color. Looks super cool. You do really good work with your rocks and the paint on there. There's little bits of moss that are growing on that log that is down, which is pretty cool. You've got some of that also going on the end of the log, which is a nice attention to detail there. Just an all-around awesome looking piece. Now this next piece is one that just the level of workmanship on here. This is coming from Caesar Tirantino, I think. I'm not sure if I got that pronounced right. But this piece, it's just a little door. It's a 1/35th scale door. But wow, the level of detail on this. Just look at the paintwork and look at that. That is so amazing. And then what we've got behind it as well. I mean, this is just absolutely beautiful work. Again, the level of workmanship, the detail on this is so amazing. Speaking of awesome work, take a look at these phone booths from Longshore Spike. These are absolutely stunning pieces. The level of workmanship on here is absolutely amazing. He does lots of great work. It's so realistic looking. I mean, I think he made it from scratch. Pretty confident he made it from scratch. I don't know if these are kits or not. If somebody knows if these are kits, I'd love to know. But I think that this is built by, from scratch, which is absolutely amazing. Next up is this piece coming from Tiffany. What is this? Tiffany Haha Loves Life. Okay. I've seen lots of work from her in the past, and I think she's just getting back into it. This is a really well done piece. The sculpt on this, it looks very realistic to be like real rocks. The paint is so good. This reminds me of a Lord of the Rings ruin type of piece. Not sure if that's what it is gonna be, but just look at the paint app on there. It just kind of fades to nothing from the green. It's wow, great work. Can't wait to see more coming from Tiffany. Next up is this display coming from Jeffrey Adamski, but let's cycle through some of these pictures because there's just so much going on here. It's a Star Wars themed diorama. All of the props, it's just amazing how much stuff you've got in here with all of these props. So very cool looking display, very unique, different from what we typically see, which is awesome. I love all this. You've got like Legos in there. It looks really good. I like it. So awesome job to Jeffrey Adamski. Not sure why I'm struggling to say it, but awesome job on all this. Next up is a little village display from Oak Hill Studios, and the piece that he has built is actually the ground, the base that all of these little buildings are on, and I think he did a great job with it. There is another picture, let's look in his profile for that shows, yeah, just the base that he built. This is pretty cool, and then he's got like the electronics that are poking through, so he can put his buildings on here and have his little village. Nice paint work, really well done. So awesome job to Oak Hill Studios on this pretty cool little festive Christmas display. Next up is a very well crafted piece from Hammerage, we'll go with that. This is a small little diorama for 1 to 2 figures to be displayed on, but I really like what you've done here. The sculpt that you've done with this broken down brick wall with pieces that are broken off. The paintwork looks very, very nice. It's worn and weathered very well. And then you've got a little bit of what would be like a concrete that is just hanging on, barely there. And then last is the ground piece, which is also looking really nice. So awesome job on this, nice paintwork. I really like this. Next is a piece of street from Eddie Opium that I'm just blown away by the level of workmanship, the detail on this. It is so realistic looking. Just look at all of the cracking that he's got on this pavement highway. And there's some pictures in here of some work in progress. This is just so amazing. I don't know what scale this is, but this is, without the lines, but even how he put on the lines is absolutely amazing. It's just, wow, the level of workmanship. So he's got, not sure what kind of material that is, but he kind of spread that out and spread this. Okay, so this is like I don't know, some sort of paper or something that he's using to then spread another material that is going to become the actual lines. And so those lines they're raised a little bit because it's, and if you actually look at a real street, those lines are actually, they're up a little bit, but look at that. I'm having a hard time thinking of the right words, but this is just so amazing. Just wow, the level of workmanship on here. A little tuft of grass there that I didn't notice before. Awesome job to Eddie Opium. Wow. Next up is another one from Laser Shot. This one is different from the other one, obviously. It is kind of a warehouse back alley sort of loading dock display, up for sale for 50 bucks. 50 bucks for this, you guys. $50. That's it? I feel like you could ask for more money for this. In my personal opinion, this is worth more than 50 bucks. If this is something that you're looking for, hit them up in the DMs, Laser Shot, and see if you can make a deal if it hasn't already sold. I mean, this thing is very well done. Look at all the detail. I wasn't talking about any of the detail. I was harping on the price. But this is very well done. I like the little lights in there. My goodness, what a great looking piece. Next up is another really well done piece. This is from JCoto1013. It's a door and a small bit of brick or something here. I think your paintwork is so nice. Look at this. This is so good. There's little tone differences throughout on this. Not sure if this is real wood, like a balsa or whatever, but it looks so good. I love all the little tone differences that you've got, and then the little greenery having different color or tones of green and different, I guess, coarseness of that really adds to the depth of this piece. Okay, next up we have a series of arcades and vending machines and different props from Lucas Tattoos. Now he works in, I believe, a 1/25th scale, and we're just going to cycle through some of these. I believe he built these from scratch, and they are absolutely amazing. We're just going to cycle through these. We're not going to spend a ton of time talking about each and every one of these. We're just going to look at this change machine. My gosh, and I'm going based off of these being scratch built. This is absolutely amazing work. These are so cool. I wonder how much you're selling them for. I'd love to know that. It's not in the scale that I work in, but if any of you are working in the 1/25th scale, hit up Lucas Tattoos, because these are some pretty amazing. Look at that. That actually, is that... Did you sculpt that yourself? My gosh, I want to... Maybe this was pulled from like a small car or something. I don't know. But wow, go check out Lucas Tattoos. Does absolutely amazing work. This next piece is one that I absolutely love so much. It's coming from Dad's Dios. It's a Hellboy display piece, 1/10 scale for, I believe, is this the... I don't remember which Hellboy that is. But just look at the detail on all of this. It's just a full package. There are really cool props. There's great paintwork, great sculpt. There's this light, which is awesome on here. But just look at that. Even that Hellboy, I'm assuming that's 3D printed. This is just a great display piece. Look at that door. Awesome job. That is so cool. That knocker. My goodness, I absolutely love it. And then these little props with all the little gears and sprockets and whatnot really adds to this piece. It's just such a great diorama. Next up is this diorama coming from Leah. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I apologize. But this is a very well done piece. It is 1/64th scale, so matchbox car size. And look at the detail on this. This is just a really cool looking diorama. I really enjoy this one. The lighting on this for this picture, it really looks real from this angle. Well done on the shot. I think it is so cool. So awesome job. I love seeing this kind of stuff, especially when you can take these pictures to try and make them look as real as possible. Again, awesome job on this piece, especially at this scale. It looks like this is the real building that they based it off of. So I think you did a great job of trying to kind of match that up. They even have, so you can see the paint drip there, and he's got some paint drip there. That is so cool. So awesome job. Next up is an entry that I thought was really cool from Nimai EJ8. The thing that I was wondering is so this is his father-in-law, makes these, they're hand-cut, I'm assuming that means marble, not marvel, alabaster and other sorts of stone. So the intention, my guess is that they're not dioramas, they are clocks, but it still could be used as a diorama, which is kind of cool. So here's another one. This one is really cool. I just want to give props to the level of workmanship for this, because this is pretty amazing. I'm kind of blown away. This is really cool. But yes, you could very easily put action figures in front of this and it would look pretty darn amazing. I'm all about talent. I love seeing people's talent out there, whether it is the typical talent that we see with action figures or not. Still kind of cool to see the level of workmanship here. So awesome job to Nemai EJ8's father-in-law. Next up is this display coming from Plastic Goodies, and even though it's a fairly small display, I am still quite impressed with the level of workmanship on this piece. I don't know, it's so well done. The paintwork on here, the little graffiti bits, the poster pieces that are on here, it's all there. It is so realistic looking. The thing that I think is kind of cool is the fact that you didn't worry about the fact that, you know, you've got this little garage door piece, but it cuts off and it really works. You composed this very well. It's very pleasing to the eye. I really like this. I think you did a great job on it. Let's cycle through. We got another figure, or we got a figure in here. This is cool. Look at this shot. This looks so realistic. You wouldn't really know that this was a diorama. So awesome job to Plastic Goodies. These are the sorts of things that I love seeing. You know, the creativity. I would never have thought to, you know, just cut off the garage door. It works. It really works. This next one is a display piece coming from Mad Dog Custom Figures, and this is a really nicely done diorama. The detail on here with the dirt and then the little rubble rocks and then the grass, it's all, you know, just so well composed. The contrasting colors really works very well. It's a custom ancient ruins diorama, first diorama build. Now I assume he does custom action figures, so some of that skill set certainly can work within this realm as well. I love what you've done here. All of this rubble, that is not always super easy to do. And then to be able to paint it up and get it looking right. So this is a very well constructed piece, not even just because it's a first diorama. I mean, this is very well done. The paint, I love it. Great job. Next up is this display coming from MH Designs 11, and this is a very nicely done piece. It is a barn garage diorama, sometime since you've done a diorama. So let's cycle through some of these pictures. I think they did a very nice job, especially this door looks super good, and then there's an interior beyond the windows. That also looking very nice. I like the paintwork on those look so good. Just look at that. That looks so, I love these signs. It just adds so much. There's a light up there. Very cool. Yeah, this is a really nice display. Could be, I mean, oh, look at that. The door's open. And there's a little motorcycle inside there. That is cool. I hadn't noticed that before. I guess I hadn't cycled through all the pictures. Awesome job. I really like it. So go give MH Designs 11 a like and a follow. This is a really cool display. Next up, I'm a sucker for turtles. This is coming from Turtleboy83. It's a cartoon sewer lair, and it's a commission, so it's finally done. This is really impressive. I like this a lot. It's a very nicely done piece. The paintwork on here is so nice. I love this little couch that you got here, and then the turtle rug. But there's a couple of closer in pictures. The paintwork on here that we can see is very nicely done. Love this little TV set. This antenna, very cool. Did you make this little TV yourself, or did you buy that as a prop from somewhere? Either way, it looks really cool. Going back to the actual diorama piece, this brickwork looks very nice. The little differences where you've got some mortar and then no mortar, or it's, you know, almost black for the mortar, that really adds a level of workmanship detail that is just so cool. And then this part's cool. You've got a little bit of the wall here so that your pipe can go through it. That adds more depth to this. This is just an absolutely great piece. Here's some work in progress shots. Wow, what a great display piece. Awesome job on this. You really did a nice job. Next, coming from Rhino Dioramas. Go check them out on Instagram, Rhino_Dioramas. Check them out on the web at www.rhinodioramas.com. Might not need the www, I don't remember. Anyway, check them out. 1/6 scale shield headquarters diorama. This is so cool. They've got light up LED sort of display pieces here. Maybe it's not LED. Yeah, it's probably LED lights. But look at that. That is so cool. Now, I know that they sell these sorts of things separately, so hit them up. You can, yeah, just DM them if you have questions and you need something. But yeah, this is absolutely so cool. I love these little light up things. That is so amazing. I don't know that I've seen anybody else really doing these. And wow, they're so cool. So awesome job to Rhino Dioramas. Again, make sure that you are, you know, submitting your dioramas so that you can get entered into the contest potentially if you win the episode fan votes. So get on it. Next up is a really cool display coming from Ocean View Dioramas. Does some really nice work, and this picture looks so cool. It's coming from New Zealand, which is awesome. This is a Mandalorian, perfect timing for that. And let's go ahead and cycle through so you can see he's taking this shot. That's what it looks. This is so cool. I love that. I love the little light up display there. That adds so much depth. But look at the paintwork on this door, and then just the detail that's sculpted into that. This is very well done. I love this piece. I love this shot. Nice pose. My goodness, what a great little piece. Super fun to see the behind the scenes on how some of you can make these pictures, and you know, gives so much. That's cool. So awesome job to Ocean View Dioramas on a really cool diorama piece. Next is a small little prop coming from Ernst Creations. It's just a little series of books and then a little bookend type of things. But I really like this, the detail on here. I mean, this looks real. If it wasn't, you know, if we didn't see this background stuff, you know, who would know that this wasn't real? So awesome job. Next up is this piece coming again from MH Designs 11. This is, you know, he's saying it's one of his favorite dioramas. I have to agree. This is a great little subway station. Look at all the detail on this. This is so cool. You got a little phone booth. You've got all this detail painted in, sculpted in, some nice signage. This looks so cool. And we'll cycle through these. We've got the Joker, Mezco. This looks really cool. I like it. You did a really nice job on this. I mean, look at that. You got a little stairway going up. Dang, this is cool. I love it. Next up is this piece coming from Crashbox Customs, working with Amazing and Mezco toys for this Gomez display. This is really cool looking. So they are collaborating to, you know, Crashbox makes the diorama. Amazing does the pictures and does some of the reviews of these figures, and then Mezco hopefully gives them a little bit of cash to do all this. But this is a cool little display piece, makes for some really cool looking pictures. That is super cool. Next up is this display coming from Hemble Creations Customs. I really like what you've done with this little half billboard sort of sign. This looks so run down and nasty looking, and then this base also looks really good. The different color tones, very nicely done. Your skill set is so good. So awesome job. Really like these little displays that you do. Next up is a bit of an update from Franco Capelli. This is such an epic series of displays that he has made. The level of work on here is so absolutely amazing. Just look at that sculpt work, the paint work. He does such amazing diorama work. And speaking of updated pictures, here is from Champ Arcades. I really like this picture. It's so cool, especially with the lighting, with the little bit of haze that you've got coming in here. This is that display that he has been working on for several years now, adding so many details throughout the years. Absolutely phenomenal looking piece. Next up is this piece coming from Thane Mike. It's a Robocop display, or at least that's what he's got in there right now. Robocop 13-inch TV, black alley diorama. Back alley, not black. Duh. Oh, that's cool. It's an old TV. So if you've got some of those TVs just laying around, be very careful as you pull them out, because I think there might be some, dangerous chemicals inside the actual tube of the TV. I can't remember. Just be careful if this is something that you're going to do yourself, but this is a really cool idea. I like what you did with all the rust that you've done with the paintwork. That floor looks really good. Next up, coming from Vasco Toys, South Carolina, is this little diorama. I believe it's 1/12 scale. That's a Marvel Legends right there. Very cool looking piece. I like these little timbers that you've got there. The sculpt work on the stone floor looks really good. Very nice little display piece that you've got here. Nice paint work, great, just an all-around nice looking display. Next up is this little tree from the Dio Smith. This is a tree design that I actually did a while back. Mine did not turn out near as nice. Granted, I haven't finished it yet. All it is just like a galvanized wire or whatever they call that, twisted, and then you separate the strands to start making the smaller tree branches. It's a really cool idea, and then you cover it in hot glue, and then you, I believe they covered it with like a, what is this stuff? It's like a, almost like a plaster of Paris sort of stuff. It's not that, but yeah, whatever it is, it's pretty cool, because then hopefully it still will bend. Either that or you just painted it. I don't know. I covered mine with another material and then was able to start painting it. But yeah, really cool idea. If you're ever looking to make trees, this is one way that you can do it. And because it's wire, then you can still bend those branches around as long as you cover it in stuff that's going to also be able to flex. And that's why using the hot glue to cover it, it will flex once it's dry. And last but not least, coming from NN Brothers 1977, this is a 1/64 scale Matchbox car display piece. This is really cool. The level of detail on this is very, very good. Look at all this. This is so cool. It's like a winter weather sort of display. I just think you did a great job on this. It is so cool. The cars, it's all just really awesome. I love the little street. Very cool display. Thank you so much for submitting this to the show. Thank you to everybody who participated. So much fun to be able to go through all of these displays. It's so hard to choose who to put into the show, but I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. All right, we're not quite done yet. We need to reveal my top 5, and you'll get your chance to vote again. Make sure that you go vote, because whoever wins this episode and the future episodes moving forward will be entered into the Grand Champion vote at the end of the year. So the vote is really going to matter to a lot of these people. So share this out if you are in the top 5. Share it out to friends and family so they know to go vote for your diorama. And my top 5 are the Hellboy diorama by Dad's Dios, the Tattoo Shop display by Plastic Goodies, the Subway Station by MH Designs 11, the TMNT layer by Turtleboy83, and the Back Alley Bar by RecoCH. Again, make sure you go to the community tab on my channel and vote for your favorite, and the winner will show up in the Grand Champion vote at the end of the year. Alrighty, there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this episode of This Week in Dioramas. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, hit the bell notification so you find out about the next episode. Go out and share this video. Let's grow this show as much as we possibly can, and even more importantly, go upload your diorama projects and tag them with the This Week in Dioramas hashtag so I can find them. And I will see you next week.